Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. I'm Elisa Allgood, the daughter of Sarah and Dick Allgood. This is the second letter my mom wrote on May 26, 1971. She had just come off of a night shift at Lackland Air Force Base, and Memorial Day was just 5 days away. What makes this letter especially moving is that it's written in two parts. Once at 7:30 in the morning, and again at 9:30 that night. She was thinking about my dad all day. And that's something I keep realizing as I read through these letters. They didn't write each other like people used to. They wrote each other like we text the people we love now. Casually, constantly, and intimately. She'd fall asleep with his letter in her hand, dream of him, wake up, and write back. Their love wasn't something saved up for special moments. It was the moment. And even as Memorial Day approached, a day that must have reminded her of how many families had already lost someone, she stayed positive. She stayed hopeful. She stayed his. This is Sarah's letter from May 26, 1971, 7:30 a.m. My working 11 to 7 makes it a little easier to pamper my whittle chickadee. I have more time to write the sweet things I feel in my heart and soul. I'm home in bed, about to reread my letters from yesterday and try to get some sleep today. I feel tired, but not too seepy. From 5 to 6 this morning was tough. Once I pass 6, it's hard for me to close my eyes. I can't wait to check the mail to see if I got a letter today. I'm going to be home late this afternoon and tonight, waiting for my baby's call. I hope I get to talk to you. Something tells me you might not call, since we got to talk Saturday night. That hunch won't keep me from hoping, though. Well, precious darling, I'm going to reread my letters, close my eyes, and dream of my honey. Who knows? If I'm lucky, maybe I'll have a wet dream. Ha! Meanwhile, I love you today and forever. Baby sends its love too. 9:30 p.m. Can you believe your wife and baby slept from 8 a.m. until 6:30 p.m.? I was really tired. I'd wake up, go to the bathroom, get Wawa, and back to Seepy. I did wake up at 12 to see if I had a letter. I did. I read it about 4 times. Then I fell asleep again with the letter in my hand. I just snuggled with my sweetie. I love you. I watched Young Lovers, Medical Center, and Hawaii Five-0. I had a bowl of soup and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How do you like that combo? I miss you so much when I watch TV programs that we watched together. All I could think of was Las Vegas, when we would make love, groove, and watch TV. Will and Jan came by to get me to go over to Will's and have a birthday drink. I told him I gave him the card and had my drink yesterday because I wasn't leaving the apartment, for fear you would call and I wouldn't be here. I'm glad I don't have to get up, get dressed, and go to work tonight. Although tomorrow will be tough. Dr. S will be uptight. Mike Bradshaw just called to say congrats. He was in the OR and heard the news. I haven't seen him in a while. He said, send his congrats to Big Dick. I said, okay. Baby, I might write a check on your account for the phone bill. That is, if I get some checks. I'll let you know. It depends on how my money goes. I want to go to the commissary and buy some soups, TV dinners, etc., so I can eat balanced meals. I'm going to start having breakfast, too. I think if I eat properly and not too much, it'll make me feel better and be good for our baby. So far, I feel great. Cigs are beginning to taste bad. I give myself about 2 more weeks at the most. You know what? I love you. I want you, and I need you. I won't ever forget that. Okay, my lover? My horns haven't been as bad this week. I was going crazy keeping up with the quarters last week. Well, I'm going to get up, brush my teeth, exercise, and come back to CP. I love you. You're my whittle chickie. I'll try to sleep warm, thinking and dreaming of my darling. Your loving wife, Sarah. She says she fell asleep with his letter in her hand, and I believe it, because it wasn't just something she did. It's who they were. They were never far from each other, never far from each other's minds. Not for a moment, not across time zones, not even across a war. She was writing from their apartment, a place filled with echoes of him, while carrying the child they had hoped for, and holding on to the life they were still trying to build. It was the week of Memorial Day. She must have known how easily he could have become one of the names that day was meant to honor. But still, she chose joy. She chose love. And so did he. If this story means something to you, please follow the podcast. Share it with somebody who believes in love. Or visit the allgoods.com, theallgoodslove.com, to help keep their story alive. Thank you for listening.